News COVID-19 takeover.
Try this again. 6:45. Tomas, are you there?
Good morning.
Hey. Hallelujah. I didn't even do anything. We just and one of my old school Filipino engineers way back in my radio days say, hey, when in doubt, reboot. So we rebooted 10 times and now we got you. Okay, so with the very latest from the NMI, Tomas Manglona. Go ahead, Tomas.
All right, good morning. Here's the latest making news in the Northern Marianas. CHCC CEO Esther Muña talks about widening community-based testing initiative across Saipan, Tinian, and Rota. She spoke to media at a briefing earlier last week. Take a listen.
We've actually done some community outreach as well. We're working with the home health services already. Looking at their clients, their patients that they're seeing, and helping them out, making sure that they are able to test those and their families. So it's already, again, it is considered a community-based testing by going out there and making that outreach, and we will continue to do that. As we're also looking at, I've reached out to the churches to try to see if they are willing to open their doors, or at least for us to be there to open it to their congregation. So those are things that are ongoing already, in addition to some of the things that we're planning on. I mean, I just want to mention that, while all of this is happening, for example, in Tinian and Rota, we've already decided that we were going to go ahead and have it at the health center anyway, because as we noticed, the numbers are trickling down, and we want to make sure that anyway it's always going to be available. As the governor had mentioned, this is here. We have it, and if somebody wants to get tested, we will test them.
And in more COVID news, CHCC issues guidance for restaurant reopening over the weekend. Some highlights include a limit to occupancy of 25% of the original permitted limit. They require that patrons make reservations to control volume and maintain records of one point of contact for each party reservation for contact tracing purposes. The new guidelines also list out that parties must be limited to no more than 4 people that are dining together. All parties must remain at least 6 feet apart. And lastly, they ensure that all staff complete online Serve Safe training specific to COVID-19 transmission reduction within 1 week of offering restaurant dine-in services. The Bureau of Environmental Health, the governor writes, may order an establishment to close if it is found to be non-compliant. And more news from the CNMI governor's office, the NAP received a waiver to exclude stimulus payments as a resource. The Secretary of Community and Cultural Affairs, Robert Hunter, announced that the U.S. Department of Agriculture, Food and Nutrition Service has granted the CNMI's request for a waiver to exclude the treatment of stimulus payments as resources for CNMI Nutrition Assistance Program participants. As a reconsideration, the CNMI NAP office sought a waiver from the USDA FNS Western Region Office to exclude stimulus payments from the resources reporting requirement. And beginning today, June 1st, the CHCC COVID-19 info line is reducing the number of phone lines available and will no longer be available on weekends. The new operating hours and contact numbers will be 285-1352, 285-1672. Again, that's if you're in the CNMI. Those new numbers for the COVID-19 info line for the CNMI's Commonwealth Healthcare Corporation is now Monday to Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. And wanted to provide the viewers listening in and watching the Facebook live stream the latest numbers from the CHCC, some updated numbers over the weekend. The confirmed amount of COVID-19 cases in the CNMI remains at 22. Number of persons released from quarantine, 526, with 2 deaths of the total confirmed COVID cases. And the cumulative number of recovered cases has increased by 2, so we now have 15 recovered cases in the CNMI. And we have updated numbers from the community-based testing initiative. The CNMI has tested over 6,000 of its residents across Saipan, Tinian, and Rota. On Saipan, they've tested 5,448 people. On Tinian, 349 people. And on Rota, 376 people. Bring Chris, that's the latest here in the Northern Marianas.
All right. Thanks a lot, Tomas.
Thank you, Tomas.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You too. All right. Let's keep it on the phones here.